Woo! Welcome to the show, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's the summertime, the dog days of summer. It's August. I feel like I've been through it today. I went to a pool party. I feel like I maybe have some sunstroke a little bit. It was supposed to be a sexy pool party. I decided to bring my Speedo, which I haven't whipped out since Fire Island. And then I get to the pool party. I bring cupcakes. I pick up my friend Elizabeth, feeling sexy. And we get to the pool party, and it's a bunch of kids. So that was the day. I leaned into it. I didn't let that sabotage my afternoon. I still wore the Speedo. I got lots of compliments from moms. That's nice. Welcome to the show. This is going to be interesting. Listen, I've been through it this week. Like I said, I did Jackie Schimmel's podcast, Bitch Bible, and I had an epiphany on the way there because I had to drive an hour and a half to get to the studio where she lives. The studio meaning her house. And then this episode, which you're about to watch or listen to, is with Danny Pellegrino from Everything Iconic, who is one of my favorite people in the world. I say that about everyone, but I really mean it. I'm so inspired by him. His show is so good. His podcast is just so comforting and so hilarious. And I've been thinking a lot about this show. And basically what I was thinking is both Jackie and Danny, both apart from each other, we're talking about authenticity and how that's the most important. It took them a long time, not a long time. You know, Jackie said like the first few seasons she was kind of playing into some personality she really wasn't. And Danny said the same thing. Like he was trying, he just authenticity is the most important thing. And a light bulb has gone off, basically. I feel like I haven't been the most authentic self on this podcast. I feel like I'm pretty real on the radio, but it's such a different skill. When I'm on the radio, people are listening, they can call in. The whole thing may take a crazy turn. And really the goal on the radio is to let's all think of the funniest things we can think of right now. And then it's over, and then you're done. On this show, I feel like it's there's a little bit more time to tell some personal things or your thoughts on stuff. And I just haven't been able to access that part of myself. I feel a little scared. I feel a little embarrassed about my actual personal takes on stuff. And to be even more totally honest, I feel my fear is about, maybe it's because it's the summer, maybe it's because Andy and I are off, but I feel maybe I'm a little depressed, but my takes on things are hateful and they're bleak. And you'll hear in the interview with Danny, he's like, you know, tell the authentic story of your week. What happened? I'm like, what happened to me this week was I got caught in the sludge. Have you ever had a sludge week? Do you know what I mean by that? I was reading about it. I think it was in the Wall Street Journal or something. Or maybe I unfollowed the Wall Street Journal. Which one is the one that Jeff Bezos owns? Washington Post. I unfollowed that. Meanwhile, just bought a new light from Amazon. So I'm a hypocrite. But I was reading somewhere about the sludge, and it rang so true to me. The sludge is basically the idea that you get on the phone with customer service and you get stuck and you get the runaround, and then the call will drop, and then you call back, you wait another 18 minutes. And I'm talking anytime you have to call the IRS, anytime you have to call any sort of tax bullshit, or in my case this week, UPS. Or Delta. I just always feel like I'm stuck. For some reason, this week I just felt like I was stuck in the sludge, and I felt like every time the call would drop, what this article was saying was they're banking on you giving up because it's so annoying. They're banking on you getting frustrated and giving up, so they don't have to actually help you with your problem. And this happened to me at CVS too. CVS and UPS this week. CVS, I called because 3 of my prescriptions went to New York Pharmacy, which I only used once because I needed my oral rinse because I had a dental implant, which is healing fine. Thank you for asking. Yes. It was sent there, and then they sent all my prescriptions there. Anyway, long story short, I just wanted to call my CVS, which is 1 block from my house. I was doing errands, and I was like, you know what? I'll call, and by the time I get home, I'll be able to pick up my prescriptions. And you can no longer call and talk to your pharmacist at CVS. Are you aware of this? Do you know that you just can't ever talk to it? The policy has changed. You have to leave a voicemail. And I don't know if it's going to the CVS by my house, or if it's going to the one in New York or anything. You just call CVS, and anyway, I kind of had a meltdown on the voicemail to CVS. The pharmacist called me right back. She was like, yeah, the policies have changed. You will never, ever be able to call us. You just have to leave a voicemail and hope that someone hears it. Anyway, that was sludgy to me. I felt like I was caught in the sludge. And then the UPS thing, again, please fast forward this if you don't want to hear about the sludge, my like nasty, boring, dirty sludge. But this is what's going on. This is what's real for me right now. So I'm trying something new out. I could tell you the headlines of the day, which was, let's see, British Airways flight attendant stripped down and did drugs in the lavatory on a flight. That's fascinating. A bench honoring Helen Keller was stolen. Somebody stole a bench for the blind. After a man had a rough breakout, he asked ChatGPT what to do, and it tried to convince him to jump off a 19-story building. And the butt sniffer was arrested again in Burbank. The butt sniffer is a guy who goes around different places in Burbank and sniffs ladies' butts. This time he was caught at the Walgreens. I've been there. Back to my story about CVS. Anyway, I guess I finished the CVS story. The thing about the UPS was I'm moving to New York, and I ordered a couple of pieces of ceramics, okay, from a place called Pansy Ass Ceramics. It's so cute, it's so expensive, but it's adorable. And I could have waited till I moved in a few months, but I really wanted these 2 pieces. Anyway, they showed up. Again, they're ceramics, okay? They're breakable. They are by nature, what's the word? Fragile, like it says on the box, like the Christmas Story movie, fragile. Ceramics are breakable. Anyway, so I got a notice on my door. And when I get a notice on my door, I get really pissed. This happened to me with an iPhone. I had to send it back because it gets stuck in what? The sludge. So basically, I get a notice on my door, and it says, your package is going to be waiting at ... Wilshire Boulevard, just down the street from my house. And in my head, I was like, this fucking package is not at Wilshire Boulevard. This is not at the UPS store, because I know good and well that package of pansy ass ceramics went back on the truck, and then maybe by tomorrow. So I didn't go that day. The next day, I give it until 1 p.m. Plenty of time to take it back to the UPS store, drop it off there, wherever it's the post office fucking place. And I'm like, you know what? Have a little faith in the system. First mistake. So I drive over there to Wilshire. Hey, I'm here to pick up my package. They say, oh, yeah, we don't have this. You should call this number on the back. And I I feel like I need to be more calm around these people when this happens. But I snatched the paper back. I got in my car. I called them. And this lady's like, oh, hello. And I don't want to be racist, but I should cut this out. When there is a language barrier, I turn into my dad. And I am working on this. But how am I supposed to explain to you? Anyway. I had a meltdown, and I said, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. She was very friendly. So I was nice, and I was like, where is the package? And she said, oh, it's 30 stops away from your house. Okay, 30 stops. That means it's not going to get here today, right? Okay. So I said, let me ask you this. Does it say signature required? And she said, oh, let me look. No, it says no signature required. And I said, then why did you leave me a slip? And she said, well, we didn't want it to get stolen or some bullshit like that, which I appreciate, I guess. But while I was on the phone with her, I was like, can you just have them leave it or, whatever. And she was like, yeah, but if no one's there to receive it, they won't leave it. And I said, but there's no signature required. We just went around in circles. She said it was authorized to be left, but if no one's there to receive it, Am I crazy, or does that sound insane? Anyway, the story is so stupid, but can I show you what I got? Hold on. You guys are going to love this. It is just some... Okay, wait, I'm breaking things already. Okay, well, there's two things. I'll show you both of them. The first one is this cute little banana. This little banana says, oh, I don't want to spoil the reveal. This banana says, not this. I don't really know what that means, but it's so cute. And I think it's a vase even. There's that. And then here is the real triumph. This is a naked man on all fours. And these are candle holders. Isn't that cute? So he is naked. Yeah, Pansy Ass Ceramics. Okay. So without further ado, how was that? Did you enjoy that? Maybe I should. This is a very cute desk dressing. I'll put the banana there too. That's nice. Yeah. Show Pony brought to you by Pansy Ass Ceramics. Seriously, if you have a gay guy in your life, this is such a great gift. If the lights go out, if you have a blackout, if the zombie apocalypse happens, you could, just whip this guy out, put some candles in there. It looks a little weird. It looks like he is suffering from some sort of affliction when the candles aren't in. But when the candles are in and lit, it's a very delicate piece. It's lovely. I should move on. This is going to take too long because my interview with Danny is almost 2 hours long. So this whole episode, I'm trying to keep it at 1:30, which is way too long for me. I know that you guys you have places to go and things to see and all that shit. This episode is season 3, episode 3, workout. I'm very close to the end. I'm so excited. I was going to do Basic Instinct 2 this week, but I decided to wait. Because Danny was available to do the interview, and he's a new dad, and I wanted to strike while the iron's hot, and I'm going out of town, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I loved talking to Danny so much. He gave me a lot of insight into being authentic, which I guess I just was. The other thing, too, is I feel like if I'm authentic, I'm going to sound like HRH Collection. Do you guys know HRH Collection? She is this very problematic girl on TikTok and YouTube. I mean problematic the house down. Always on Close Friends, I'm always posting, are you sure I can't get HRH Collection on my show or will I be canceled? And my friend's like, you will be canceled. She's terrible. But when I see her rant on TikTok, I feel like I'm looking in a mirror. This is what my inner monologue sounds like.
You fucking little shit. Fuck. You loser piece of shit. You little barista, they, them, fuck. So why would I give a fuck what a dumbass rat thinks about me? I don't care. Everything I say is right. Everything I say is 100% true and accurate. You are ugly, okay? You are ugly and dumb. You are brainless, which you have shit for brains. You have shit for brains, okay? And you're also ugly. So you're not gonna do much with your life. Get the fuck out of my fucking class. You ugly little fucking rat, they, them piece of shit. Get the fuck out.
Okay, this is why I write my opening monologues and stuff, because I'm afraid that if I start to talk, I'm just going to end up saying like HRH Collection. I'm not calling people they, them, fucks, and rats, but I do. When I'm behind the wheel of a car, I am shocked and appalled, and I should be sent back to the mental institution where I was in 2020. Without further ado, here is the Danny Pellegrino interview. Anyway, if you do know HRH Collection, or if you are her, get in touch, because I just want to know. I want to know what it feels like to embrace your rage from the depths of your pussy like that. Okay, you guys enjoy my interview with Danny. Me and my little boyfriend here, my candlestick holder, and my banana are going to chill out for a while. Enjoy the interview, and we'll see you in a second. Hi, Danny Pellegrino.
Are we on?
We're starting.
Oh my God, wait, can I spit out my gum?
Yeah, or you can keep it. Do you want to be authentic and keep it?
No, because authentic would spit out. I don't like to chew gum for very long. Anyway.
What's your favorite kind of gum?
Peppermint.
But what brand?
I'm not too worried about brand. I just I'm strict about peppermint, and I like a whitening gum. Even though I don't think it actually whitens. To me, it's like...
I don't think so either.
A mental thing.
I'm partial to 5.
Oh.
You know,
why?
Five
Is that a flat stick or a small stick?
It's a flat stick, and it is soft.
Okay.
And there's something nice about the mouthfeel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Exciting flavors.
Okay.
There's one called RPM.
Now, will you
Makes you
ever?
feel like you're going fast.
Is it energetic? Does it have
No,
caffeine or something?
but I have had a caffeinated gum.
Will you ever dive into like the fruity flavors?
Well, I think it's kind of like either or. Like I have to like all the fruit. I can't go back and forth between mint and fruit.
Right.
I go through a mint phase and like a fruit phase. I love a cinnamon gum.
I hate a cinnamon gum.
You do.
I
Most
hate a
people
cinnamon
do.
gum. Yeah,
I
don't
love
like
it.
it. I do love gum, but I have TMJ, so that's why I had to spit it out. Because if I chew it for too long, then it's like I won't sleep tonight.
You'll be clicking.
Yeah,
I had to get Botox in my jaw.
I do too.
Yeah.
I get Botox in my jaw. Yeah,
It saved
with
my
the
life.
TMJ. Yeah, it's been the best thing.
I was cracking teeth. I was breaking teeth at night.
Wait, have you heard the Bethany? Have we talked about this before? Like
No.
Bethany, she always says her jaw. What are you laughing at? Tell me.
I just an image of her chipmunk jaw came into my head.
She always says that's from her face changed because she got Botox.
Well, it would have slimmed down.
It slims down. Right. Is that what happened? But
Yeah.
but that's what mine did that a little bit too. Not to that extreme.
It slimmed down or it got bigger?
It slimmed down with getting Botox in the masseter muscles because it relaxes the muscles.
Yeah.
And I used to always think she was bullshitting people, but I don't know if that's all that happened there, but she always said that's what
Yeah.
slimmed it down. And then I always thought, oh, she's bullshitting us.
Mine slimmed
And then
down
I did
too.
it and I was like, oh yeah, it does actually kind of slim it down because you don't grind.
I don't like that because as a man, you want kind of a more cunt
Yeah.
jaw.
Oh yeah. Sharper. Yeah. You have a good sharp jaw though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had the Botox in my jaw in a year.
Okay. Oh wow.
So I let it wear off.
Okay.
Anyway, hi.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you
Welcome to
for-
my home. I apologize. We have toys everywhere.
No, it's really nice. I love your home. It's giving white picket fence. It's like gay Nancy Myers. It's
thank you.
perfect. Yeah.
I wanted to. So this is like sort of office playroom or whatever, and I want to get rid of I want to make it very Nancy Myers-esque. That's been that's like my new goal, but I haven't gotten there yet.
I mean, you're well on your way.
We're trying. It's a mess.
Are you gonna have another kid?
We would like to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to have more
Yeah.
than one.
How's it going?
It's good. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
So if I'm not very sharp today, just give me grace.
You
Because
keep saying dad brain on your show, but I mean, I think you're doing fine.
Well, I try to like balance it out with like extra caffeine before I record my show, which is crazy, but it's like if I'm not sleeping at night, it's like how else I can't talk. Otherwise I'm just mush. But so I am trying to balance. So I have had a lot of caffeine before you came over. But yeah, I feel like I'm just forgetting things in like mid-sentence.
But that's
or
like-
I'm thinking, did we talk about that already? And that happens a lot on my show, which I'm sure you feel the same way. It's like, did I address this already? And oftentimes I'm sure I'm just repeating myself or repeating stories or something, but it's hard to really know. But even if I didn't have the baby, see, I'm just going to talk forever. Even if I didn't have the baby though, I worry about this kind of thing.
My brain is so foggy, so I don't really know. I mean, I don't even have a baby to blame it on. It's just old man brain.
Wait, John, I'm also so excited you're here because the baby and I were watching workouts. You told me we were doing season 3, episode 3, which we don't have to get
Yes.
into I don't know how in detail of the actual episode you want to get to, but I was introducing my son to Jackie Warner, which was it felt like a very seminal, important moment for him.
My
Lesbian culture in general, too.
Well, yeah, you want to start him young.
Yeah.
You don't want him to grow up not knowing about the lesbian power
Right.
that came before him.
Totally. And it made me miss just having a lesbian show.
I
on
know.
TV.
And not even just Jackie, but just like the plot of this, or the plot, the lesbian cruise, and let's put a balloon on my crotch and see if you can pop it with your pussy and bounce up and down.
It was
on a
so.
cruise
What
ship.
year was this?
2000. Okay, so first season was 6, second was 7, 2008.
Around 08, right?
9.
Right around the crash.
Yeah. Well, my philosophy is I don't necessarily need to recap every second because I don't know if a lot of people are not
It was
watching the show,
hard to
but they're
find.
just listening to this,
Yeah.
and they're remembering it. So I think we hit the highlights,
Right.
And we hit
it was 2008, 2009. A lot of
Yeah.
lesbian drama, which I loved.
Yeah.
And I actually felt the last season of Roni, like the new Roni cast, which I thought was terrible. I thought like the shining bright spots were the lesbians on it.
Agree.
And I just kept thinking like that's what they should lean into.
Yes.
Is like fully do a full lesbian cast because like I'm very interested in lesbian drama.
too.
Like I love it, and I used to love the show Workout, and I think
Yeah.
largely because of the lesbian drama.
Me too.
And I'm like, that's what the network I think needs, and so
Agreed.
I wish that the new Roni would lean into that.
I had the same response. And I miss it. Like, who else? It was very trailblazing, the show.
Yeah.
You know, she was just, she's also an amazing character because she always does this thing. She's pretty toxic. I love Jackie.
Yeah, of
She's
course.
watching.
Your
and
interview
listening.
was so good, by the way.
Did you listen?
Except for I listened to the whole thing, John. I think I was texting you
How
through
crazy.
it, wasn't I? And I wanted more. I wanted like a whole other hour. So if
She's
Jackie's
gonna-
watching, she's in Ohio, which I'm from Ohio. Jackie, we
Right.
love you. We love Ohio. But I wanted at least another hour more. I felt like it needed more.
She's going to come back now that I'm in season 3 because she really wants to talk about season 3. And when I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see that the series is wrapping up in a way. Like, I can see that she's unhappy. I know she was unhappy. She didn't, yeah. I mean, I wish it would have gone on longer, but I'm happy for the time that we have.
Did you watch the Netflix Biggest Loser documentary?
I just watched it the other
What did you
night.
think?
I started it. I watched the first episode. It made me sad.
Yeah.
And like, I thought it was super mean. I never watched Biggest Loser back in the day. I was like, I don't want to watch that. It seemed
Mean.
I didn't need the hindsight to think it was garbage to me. I didn't like it.
Right. I watched it like sort of right before watching this episode.
Yeah.
And I just was like remembering just diet culture of that
Yes,
era. And
yes.
it was everywhere. It
You
was
can
like,
see it reflected in workout too. You can see that they adjust their creative as they move through the series, and they're like, okay, well, we need to like get fatter people losing way more weight.
Right. Yeah. They needed
And
like
be meaner.
bigger prize, not bigger prizes, but like bigger stakes.
Yeah. And Jackie becomes like, oh, I guess I need to be a hard ass. She doesn't start off that way in season 1. She's like sweet, smart, and cool and insightful.
Yeah.
But now she's like drill sergeant vibes.
Well, and on that documentary, it was like there's so much blame placed on like production and the trainers and stuff like that. And not to say that that shouldn't happen, but when you really take a look at like culture at large at the time, it was like that was everywhere. It wasn't, like they were just sort of following the culture.
Totally.
And so it's like I've been seeing a lot of reaction to that documentary online, and I'm like, I understand that, but I also feel like let's all remember where collectively everyone was. Like the audience was eating that shit up.
Right.
I was watching that stuff. I mean, I had an eating disorder in my youth and through my 20s, so like it wasn't good for me to watch
Right.
it, but I was watching it.
I keep saying that about workout too. I see the thing. I think I give them a lot of grace. I think they're responding to what the world was. There was no social media. There wasn't an army of 22-year-olds canceling you about everything you say. There's so much sexual harassment in this show. I mean, Jackie's making out with employees
On the boat, I was like, I couldn't believe that. I was like, that would never apply today.
But I think that
But that's how it was.
she
That was the
being-
culture of the time.
She was responding to also like probably the network being like, oh, people love when you get messy. They love when you get sexy. We love it. Like, not that it's the network's fault, but I think just in general, people were egging her on, be messy. Okay, where are you with the cast? I had Jesse on the show. If you haven't listened to that episode,
I
you
didn't
should.
listen to that one.
Wait, it'll change your life.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything.
Wait, spoil a little bit.
No.
Tease.
No, I won't. It's
on.
too close to home. No,
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Like he has like a fatherhood journey that's really touching.
Oh, interesting.
Am I sitting on your doll?
You can sit on. It's not a doll. It's not that.
I know.
John,
Sorry.
yeah.
He's so cute.
He's cute. We can bring him out later. You can interview him later.
Okay, we'll do this.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet.
Okay.
I will though.
I cried.
I mean, a lot of the people.
we like wept. It was like a really crazy
Okay,
interview.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Yeah.
I cried once interviewing the Long Island medium. Like wept. Like
Wow.
she like saw. She was giving me like messages from my grandmother from the beyond.
Oh my
and
God.
It was like I went into it sort of thinking like, oh, this is silly.
Yeah.
And then I was like ugly crying midway.
She's talented, even if she is faking it.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's great at her skill.
Well, and so much of it is like tapping into just stuff that you have sort of buried anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like no matter what, you're gonna lose it.
She during it was on an after show of Watch What Happens Live. She tried to read people during the show and it didn't really happen. And then afterwards, she was like, "Okay, wait. I don't even think the cameras were rolling. Maybe, but it was not on the main show." And she was like, "I'm getting." Somebody choking. There was a fire. There was a choking, and she like kept going and going and going. And one of the cameramen was like, "It's me." It was like the most dramatic. I wish it had been on TV. And he was like, "My fraternity brother like choked to death in a fire." It was like very dramatic.
Talk shows need to bring back that format of like I don't know if I was talking about this on my show or where, but remember they would always do segments with like animals or psychics. Richard Simmons would come out and do a segment. And it's like, I kind of like when they have that level of guest.
Yes.
I know now all the talk shows, like who's the biggest name you could get, but they're always really
cares?
boring.
Who cares?
And it's like, I want that. Like, that's what I like from a 90s talk show was like when they'd bring out one of those kind of segments, like a psychic coming out or Dr. Ruth coming out to talk about sex. Like not a huge name, but like a consistent talk show.
Daytime
personality.
staple.
Yeah.
My gold standard is, I know you'll know this, Tammy Faye and Jim J. Bullock.
Yes.
I honestly, that's kind of like was the inspiration for me and Andy's show on Sirius. I was like, what is a relationship that is totally familiar to everyone that no one ever sees? Like ex-boyfriends who can be cunty but love each other is one. And I just felt like fag hag and gay guy.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was such a different time that I feel like now I guess that has moved in sort of the podcast space where it's like you have these weird kind of relationships and stuff or radio. But I miss like the big daytime talk shows with like a random personality.
Well, we were also sitting at home doing nothing. We had no phone. So I was like,
Glued.
These kids are not glued to Donahue. Like that was all that we had. We couldn't scroll anything. So you could watch Donahue talk to Dr. Ruth about orgasms.
I think I texted you this, not to change subjects, but Jackie,
Go ahead.
Do you feel like there's a space for a show like Workout Now? Because it, unfortunately, I'm not saying this is a good thing, but it does feel like toxic diet culture is sort of coming back in a way. I don't like it, but it is.
Yeah.
I mean, but maybe it wouldn't work now because now it's all like Ozempic and that kind of stuff.
I think it would have to be, I do think there is a space because like Jackie's a life coach now and I really like Jackie. Like I was
riveted by your interview. Like
She's very-
John, I'm not kidding you. I was like riveted.
Me too.
If people didn't watch it. It was so fascinating. And I've been endlessly fascinated by Jackie and just wondering where she was. I knew she was in Jess. I listened to Jess's interview with her.
Jess is
a
very
long time
thorough.
ago. It's very thorough. And so I knew she was in Ohio, but that was like a while ago. And so when you had her on, I was so excited because I was like, oh, good. I need a checkup with her at least every few months.
Yeah.
And kind of bring us back to Bravo. I missed, at the beginning of the pandemic, one of the good things that was happening on Watch What Happens Live was we were getting sort of old talent back. And like, I don't know if Jackie ever appeared.
No,
she should have.
no.
Are they not good?
They're not bad.
Okay.
They just felt like they haven't spoken in
But it was
over
so
10
fun
years.
to have those kind of people back.
Yeah, well, that's why I like Rachel Zoe coming back.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm doing this. I remember those times, and I never watched Workout before.
Wow.
What I was going to say is, I think now they could maybe do a spin. I think lesbian drama needs to come back. People are thirsty for it. They love the Real L Word, which I never watched.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I watched like the first season of it.
People
Yeah,
are
it was
obsessed with
good.
that show. I didn't know. But I think that lesbians need to be back on our screens being messy. But I think in terms of the diet culture stuff, I think they could spin it like social media beauty standards rehab or something. Like what if it's girls in a house rehabbing the trauma
And sort of
being
addressing
on
the
social-
trauma.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
not making them lose weight or do anything necessarily with their bodies, but healing the like inside.
Well, and I think one of the
Let's
things
pitch it.
what I liked about Workout too is it not necessarily like the workout part of it. Like that was sort of just the backdrop, but it's like the lesbian drama. of it.
Well, that's what her complaint was. She didn't like that it was too. She was like, I don't want to do the lesbian drama. I want to do just working out, but that was boring to people, including me.
Do you think? I know we've had shows like you did A-List,
Yeah,
which you know
I
I
was
love.
gonna say.
I was gonna say A-List. I loved the A-List in New York. And
Well, I
what
did-
was the other one? Dallas. You did Dallas.
Danny, I did Dallas, and it was
Don't say it like that. I love
no,
Dallas.
it was so it was received so poorly that it tanked not only the Dallas franchise but the New York one too.
I watched every episode, John.
We were in trouble because gay marriage wasn't legal yet, and I was trying to make a hilarious, messy show, and I wanted it to just be like Housewives but gay or whatever. And the
Housewives with balls. That was the tagline.
That was the tagline. Housewives with
remember.
balls, y'all. It was such a good poster. But the gay community hated us, especially in Dallas. They were like, the blogs were like, we don't want to portray gay people as messy.
You
was
should
like-
dive into A-List.
I know.
On this. Because you could be able to add so much insight to it, and I would like to learn.
I have a lot to say.
Tell me a good anecdote.
Okay, so there's this guy named Taylor who
Was
was
at Dallas?
Dallas. He was the gay Republican, the
yeah,
log
yeah.
cabin, and he was a great television personality. He ended up on Housewives of Dallas at one
Right.
point,
I
which I didn't
remember that.
watch. He was, and this is also, it's all tied to like my personal life at the time where I was like descending into like horrible addiction, like a mess. But I was very naive in a lot of ways. It was my first and only show running job. And so I was the boss, I had a lot of pressure. I was really confident, but also didn't know enough. And I was like, basically he faked a hate crime. And I believed it, and everyone else knew it was fake but me. And then I ended up looking so stupid. I was like, oh wait, of course he fake. Like he threw a rock in his own window. He like
Was
gave
this
himself,
on the show? I don't
no,
remember
this
this.
is after.
Okay.
And then he gave himself a black eye, but it became like a blog discussion. It became like on the gay blogs.
Wow.
And I was sticking up for him, like, you guys, like Taylor got hate, and everyone was like, bitch, it was fake. There was just it was a really dramatic. You know, all those guys didn't live. A lot of them lived in like Oklahoma in an apartment, and then we brought them to Dallas and faked an apartment.
So how did you cast? How did you cast them? How does that casting work then? Like, is it just like a
hot guys send in a video, and then we did like casting tapes. They did a casting tape for LA, A-list LA, and A-list Dallas, and Dallas was the better cast.
Was there anyone that you remember from casting that didn't make it that we would know now?
R.I.P. This guy Jeff, who ended up being Peter Thiel's boyfriend, who had a mysterious death like 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh!
I know. Don't come for me, Peter Thiel.
Whoops.
No, he was like a very, and I loved
Rest
him.
in
He was like a great, beautiful, like sweet guy.
He would have been L.A.
He would have been Dallas, and then he moved to LA.
Okay.
But he was like around and like kind of a friend of the show. And then we were friends here in LA when he moved here, and then started dating Peter Thiel, and then like had a mysterious death, like taking a selfie and falling off a cliff or something.
I just like wonder if that'll ever work, because I know recently they tried to do that WeHo one.
Did you watch?
I did.
Friends of WeHo.
What was it called? Yeah, I did watch it.
Real Friends of WeHo.
But it wasn't.
It was the same production company as A-list Dallas, and here's the problem: they need faggots running the show.
Yeah, they need messy and mess. Yeah, and I think
the producers can't be straight. They have to have like gay guys really steering the ship.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't even remember what happened on that show. I know I watched it, but
you know what it is like.
I wish that something like that would work.
The aspirational vibe of it, like, oh, we need to portray this gay as like, oh, he is
we
so
don't need
fabulous. Like,
aspirational.
just have like a regular ass cool person.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and we don't need like an influencer or someone
No.
who's popular already. Like, just let us have someone messy. You know, I even think I've been saying this with The Valley. Did you watch The Valley?
Yeah.
I like want Zach to have a gay person, and it's like someone like Zach. I love watching him. He seems like it's like that kind of gay.
Yes,
like that's what we need on some of these shows.
Right, and they need an aspirational person on The Valley. I think.
Oh, I
Were
agree,
you saying that?
Yeah,
Somebody was
I
saying
do.
that.
Yeah, I do think they need
just one
or a couple. Yeah,
because everyone
it's
you're
a
like,
little
ew.
too. It's a little too dark. And I actually kind of I don't necessarily feel that way, because I like kind of the dark underbelly of it. But I hear from so many people, because I recap The Valley on my show, and it's like I hear from so many people who are like, I can't do it. Like most, a lot of the viewing audience of Bravo, I think, they don't need fully aspirational, but I think they need a little bit more of a hook of someone that they could get on board with, where they're not like everyone on this cast is.
We need someone who you can say, oh, I'm like that, or I'd like to be. Like, that would be me of the group. There's no one in that group that I am
an
like.
audience surrogate.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Kyle, the Candy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need that. And I don't know how they get that. I'm not sure. But.
They'll find it. I think that they probably know by now. I think they'll have a little shuffle around now that Jax is gone.
I just saw that like Brittany was on a date, and I like had this moment where I'm like, I can't believe we're going to see Brittany dating. That's going to be weird. I'm assuming they're going to show her dating.
Might be amazing.
I think it's going to be really good. Like I hadn't really even considered that.
She's very winning.
And I just think it'll be, I don't know. The whole idea of seeing her date, it'll be awkward, and I can't even imagine what she's like with another guy. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, have they done a spinoff lately? Like, remember how they always used to do a spinoff, like Bethany Ever After? I feel like I might need to
favorite.
I might need to rewatch it.
You should
I never watched
see all these shows. Bethany Ever After, I do once a year, usually around once a year. Starting with Bethany getting married, then Bethany Ever After.
Yeah.
It's like the most fascinating like marriage relationship arc.
I never watched.
And I really think like every time you watch it, you'll see something different. You'll root for somebody different. It's shocking.
I'm scared.
It's scary.
Yeah.
And it's like intense. It's like, what was that movie with Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver? It's like watching that.
Marriage Story?
Like by the end of it, they hate each other. And you can just like feel it. They don't get divorced until after the series ends. but you can just like feel the
Jason
tension.
Hoppy.
Yeah.
I was kind of hot for him in the tabloids.
Yeah, he was like attractive at 1 minute, and then I remember hearing stories about how like he wouldn't flush the toilet in their like shared apartment or whatever. Like he was like leaving poop in the toilet.
Bringing
like,
it back to end just like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, it all full circle. But yeah, that show is crazy. But I loved it. I mean, Bethany is someone I feel like is nuts, but like addictively nuts.
Yeah.
Like there's times where I'm like, oh. And then something will bring me back to Bethany Ever After. And I'm like, why am I watching this again? Like I've seen 100 times.
I'm going to watch it.
Is Bethany and Andy, are they still adversaries?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not speaking for anybody, but I can only assume.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't really call her by name anymore.
Wait,
he
can I ask you more,
as
Andy T? What about
Margarita.
Carol?
Oh,
Because
cool.
Carol, they're cool now, and
Yeah.
she was on. That made everyone so happy.
I know. Well, they were friends before.
Yeah, I'm so glad they're.
She was one of the only people that I ever saw at his apartment as a friend before the show, and maybe like during, like. So I'm glad they're back.
Yeah, she's in a great documentary on CNN right now. Do you know what I'm talking about?
JFK? Yeah.
Yeah, she's like in it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how we got to Carol. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I was gonna say about, let's see, poop in the toilet. It reminded me of
gay A-list.
gay A-list.
People in the gutter.
Yeah. Well, the irony
Really
is
cheap.
The real story of A-list Dallas, what was really happening was hilarious and crazy and like bailing out of jail and so.
Did they make you guys edit it or something?
The mandate was like, this has to seem rich, fabulous. Everyone is A-list, and we were like, okay, but that's boring.
Right.
I don't know. Saying poop in the toilet reminded me of the mud run in this episode, though. Did you like that?
Yeah. Wait. Also, I'm glad you brought this up because I was watching the mud run stuff, and I was thinking, do they still do mud run? I did it.
Yes.
I have done like a Tough Mudder before.
A Tough
I think.
Mudder.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still
weird.
do them.
They still do them. Okay. I was like kind of curious if they just got rid of them.
No,
but it felt like such a product of that time.
Yeah. No, they definitely do them. Maybe not mud run, but they do like obstacle course, dirty.
Have you done an
vibes.
obstacle
No.
dirty vibe thing?
No.
Okay.
I like to work out slowly. I did Barry's this morning. I thought like in a different world, if you didn't have a baby, we would like go to Barry's, do a class, and then like sit in the studio and record this after.
We should do it
I know, we
sometime.
should.
I go to the Berries here. Still try to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go like a few times a week.
I did the ride class.
I've never done the ride class.
I like it better than the treadmill.
Which one do you go to?
West Hollywood.
Okay, but so, I mean, just kind of all full circle to work out. It's like, I've always been sort of obsessed with gym culture and all the
Yeah.
different places. Like Barry's has its own gym culture.
Yeah.
And even within Barry's, it's like the different studios have their own.
Yeah.
Because I go to the one here at Studio City now. You know what I'm also fascinated by is Jackie's past with Jillian Michaels.
Okay, well, that's Jess and I talked about that. I'm trying to be nicer about my reaction to Jillian Michaels, but I truly hate her.
You don't
so
have to.
much.
Why do you?
I don't know. I don't want to get sued by her.
Oh.
But I truly like, especially the documentary. I just like, and hearing Jackie, who's such a positive person, even after going through whatever hardships or whatever, she's still very much like, I want to help people. And it like warms my heart.
Yeah.
But Jillian's just a bitch.
I know. I'm like fascinated by like how that relationship worked out.
Well, you heard in the interview, Jackie was like, she does not have great things to say.
at all.
She was even
But
being nice.
have you heard great things about Jillian from anyone that's had a relationship?
No, Jillian's the one person. Also, Andy like named names about
Yeah,
the
he's
worst
talked
person.
about her. Yeah.
She was mean to the staff at Watch What Happens Live.
I feel like I've never heard a good thing from
No.
someone who's worked with them.
I also think, like, not to be political, but I think in this day and age, if you're on that side in any way, like, you're done for me. I don't want to see things from any other
And
side.
Don't you think it just feels? I don't know. I don't know her past enough to really comment on. Some of it just feels like a grift. Like I don't know. I'm like I don't know if this
all
is
these
natural.
people are like, oh,
or-
I can make money if I just pretend to be this. Fine. Sometimes I ask people on my show, I'm like, what would it take for you to turn MAGA for a year? Like 5 million?
What would it take for you? 5 million.
For sure. For a year? And then be like, sorry.
Just 1 year. Yeah.
Easy. I could do it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
could
these
do it
people
for a
are
year.
faking it.
I think a lot of them are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like the public figures, and you
Yeah.
hear stories all the time about just the grift.
Well, Jillian,
I remember hearing about I don't know if this is true, but Candace Cameron Beret, my
my
arch
God,
nemesis.
yeah.
I remember hearing stories about people who worked with her who were like, she's not as religious as she seems, but she sells like, and again, I don't quote me on this, but like she sells merch, Bible merch and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and makes movies for GAC, which is the Great American whatever. And
GAC, the worst name for a network.
is that what it is? Yeah,
It is. It's
yeah.
GAC.
Which like gets the lowest ratings.
I
ever.
know.
Hallmark all the way. But yeah, I think like you hear stories about people who work with
Yeah.
people like that, and you're like, well, it's a grift. Like
I don't
and
want to
he-
name names either, but I was just told recently that Roseanne Barr is faking it, and that
Interesting.
if she were right here in person, she'd just be like the coolest, chillest, and that it's all for show, and that she's gonna like eventually come back to us.
Well, you kind of, I mean, the original Roseanne show was so progressive.
Yeah.
I loved the
I
original
know.
Roseanne, like obsessed with it.
I know that was.
I
our
still
time.
every year watch like I have the Halloween DVDs. It's like all the
Yeah.
Halloween episodes.
I mean, she's so talented, and she's still really funny. There every now and then, like very like a rage baity clip will come by,
Right. Yeah, I see it too. Yeah.
and I'm like, ugh, and then I'm like, wait, I'm laughing.
And then I fall in a rabbit hole where I'm like, what's she up to now? And then
Yeah.
I'm like looking at, and then some of the clips I'm like, oh.
I know. Okay, what else? Thoughts on Brian Peeler?
You know, it was interesting. All of the supporting cast of this show, they all kind of came flooding back to me. Like, because
Yeah.
I watched the first couple episodes for your show, like
Yeah.
just watching along. But then I hadn't watched any of like season 2 or 3. And so I just sort of dove back into episode, whatever, 3 of season 3. And yeah, all these faces and names came flooding back to me. And it was interesting because I was thinking Jackie always stayed so present in my mind. I was like, she had that it factor.
She's a star.
And always just, throughout the years, I'd be like, kind of similar to what we were just talking about. I'd look up online and be like, what's she up to now? Let me see where she's at. Where the other people kind of all faded to me.
Rebecca works
It
for a
sounds like
shipping
I'm
magnet.
farting, but I promise it's his chair.
Oh,
You
this
hear
whole
it?
time I thought you were like totally
I mean,
just like shitting.
No.
Wow.
I mean,
You can.
No, I know.
It's a safe space.
I always get excited.
We're in your office.
When my son shits on me, I get so excited. I'm like, he pooped today. Good.
Oh.
But it's maybe not as exciting when I do it, but I promise it's a chair.
You can blame it on the doll.
But I do kind of like jump in with Jackie and the other ones like Brian and my husband was watching and he told you before we started recording, he's like, I know that guy. Was it Will? Is he the one?
JD.
JD.
Yeah.
He was like, I know him from something like West Hollywood from back in the day.
The
He's
minute
like,
he came on screen, I was like, I know this guy. I was like, what friend did he date? How do I know him? And I had the same reaction that Matt did. I thought he was a bartender in WeHo, but I also think he might have been in some sort of porn.
He probably was, right? But do you remember that? How long have you been? When did you move? How long have you been in LA?
Well, I came here for college in 1996.
Okay.
And I was here until 2000, until 99, then moved away, then came back here in 2007.
Okay. I think I moved here maybe like 2009, 2010
Yeah.
or something. And around that time, I remember going to all the West Hollywood bars, and it was like there would always be one of these like reality
Yeah.
kind of people bartending.
Yes.
And
He was one of them. I have to track him down.
who was that guy? I'm throwing us totally off track here.
Go for it.
Oh God, what was that? The old models had a modeling agency show. Janice Dickinson.
Oh my God, the queen.
Do you remember? There was like a hot gay guy on that show, and then he was like, he reminds me of, or any of the A-list guys, like you'd see them at the bar, and it would be like,
Yeah. Well,
you'd see the
Jackie was
biggest
out at the
celeb.
bars.
Yeah, you would see
Jackie was
Jackie
like
at
at 11.
like the Abbey or something. Yeah, you're like, oh my God, that's Jackie Warner.
Yeah, and I would hear people talking about her, like, oh, we were just down at Gold Coast and Jackie Warner was there. And I didn't even watch the show and I knew who she was. She was a little celeb around WeHo.
Wow, what a time.
Yeah. So what were the bars that you went to? Fiesta Cantina.
Yeah, I like Fiesta or 11. I used to like 11 or the Abbey. I don't know.
You know,
It's been so long.
When I was in college, I used to go to the Abbey because it didn't have a liquor license. It was just a coffee shop. This is how old I am. And I would just sit there and just like be amongst the gays and like go home scared.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I met Matt at East West.
No.
That was the name of it, right? Yeah.
You guys met there?
Yeah, we were like, it was pre-drinks, or we were getting drinks like before going to somewhere else or something, and mutual friends. And
Was it love at first sight?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I remember we like shared a
You can
cab.
say yes because he's in the other
No,
room.
it was. I remember seeing him, and I thought he was like really attractive, and I had just gotten out of sort of a little like tiny relationship thing. And I was like attracted to him immediately. And we shared a cab home with like another friend, a mutual friend, like not, the cab let me off. And then he was like, do you want to go out sometime? And yeah, I think like the next night I didn't want to date anyone. And I was like, I'm not really interested in anything right now, but I was like, I really want pancakes. And he like made me pancakes.
Oh my God.
And he's like, just come over, I'll make you pancakes. And then
That's so sweet.
he did. And then that was like, I was like, oh, okay.
Let's have a baby.
Because I was like, I refused to go on a date. Yeah. And I think like shortly thereafter, I know that's not what this podcast is about, but
No, it's
shortly
okay.
thereafter, I remember he's like, I was still sort of resisting. I was like, I'm not interested in any kind of thing right now. I just got out of something. And then we were like joking about building forts and like you did as a kid, you
Yeah.
know? And he like came over to my apartment and like brought out these pillows and stuff. And like,
That's so cute.
we built the fort and then he had an iPad and we watched a movie like under the fort and it was like really cute. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my God, put a baby in me now.
Yeah. And then then we
Wow.
waited 15 years to get married.
That's
and then
cool,
had
though.
a baby. Yeah.
No rush.
Yeah, there's no. I had to be sure.
Yeah.
I always tell him I had to be sure. It's like I gotta be
That's
sure.
the cutest story.
Yeah.
I love it. I would
We
cry,
got-
but I can't.
We got married at a like walk-in. It was called sameDayMarriage.com was
Where
the
was
name of
it?
the facility in Valley Village.
No
Yeah, it
way.
was like just a quick. We were going to do courthouse and then we had trouble being able to like do it at the courthouse. And so
Yeah.
we found a place called Same Day Marriage after
Cute.
15 years. And it was like, let's run in there real quick.
Amazing.
It was easy.
Just the two of you.
Yeah. Yeah. We knew the baby was coming. So we were like, we wanted to do it before the baby. It was shotgun wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before Kim Davis gets her hands on your marriage.
Yeah, before that bitch. That rat bitch.
Yeah. That bump it. Brian Peeler showering
yeah.
in the underwear after the mud run. So it basically the
Were
the
you-
big
are you
highlights.
attracted to Brian?
I am.
Okay.
Are you not? Most people.
I wasn't, no.
Yeah, there's something. He reminds me. I'm from Texas. He just reminds me of like my uncles, and which is sorry, maybe
That's dark. That's dark.
I'm not attracted to my uncle.
Jonathan.
No, I don't mean that. I just mean like there's something familiar. In,
I get it.
Never mind. This is coming out wrong. But like
I feel that way when I see like I mean he's he's sort of adjacent to this, but I didn't find Brian attractive. But like I like a Midwest kind of like corn-fed looking.
yeah, and I like he had a big butt.
Yeah.
You know, and like what I didn't like is that at the end, Jesse accusing him of using Doug's death to his own gain. And I'm again gullible. I was like, oh, yeah, he is doing that, but
how
I
dare
wouldn't have clocked it.
Yeah, I didn't clock that.
Well, he never talked about Doug being he's like, he's my family, he's my best friend I've ever had. And he never talked about him like that before, ever. Well, so the big story, mud run, great. The girls are on the lesbian cruise, and that's why the guys go on the mud run. But the lesbian cruise, I was saying last week, I just want a whole season on a lesbian cruise.
for sure.
That's all I want. I want to see the ladies getting drunk.
I would
When
like
I
a
see
whole
that makes me
season on.
anxious.
Wasn't there a season of, or no, an episode of Hacks where they were on a lesbian cruise? I would love lesbian cruise drama.
Love it.
Like, just give me more of that.
And I love the name, Olivia Cruises.
And I loved them when when they were gambling and like sort of flirting at the gambling table. And I was just thinking of like how the cameras were on Jackie and company and like they probably had the pick of their litter of that lesbian cruise
God.
because they were like the stars. This was season 3, 2 successful seasons under their belt of a reality
was a
TV
celebrity.
show. She was like the it lesbian.
Totally.
Right?
Still is in my book.
Who were the other it lesbians at the time?
Tabitha?
2009 Tabitha.
Jillian.
Ellen was like new on the show. Did she have her show at that point? Her talk show, I mean? I know she had her other show, but like was her talk
yeah.
show back on?
I think so. She was definitely an it lesbian. Anne Heche, R.I.P.
Yeah, Anne Heche.
Do you ever stop and think about the fact that Anne Heche drove through someone's house and died and exploded?
No.
Like we moved past that way too fast. Like Anne Heche was huge to me in the 90s.
I know the news cycle just moves too quickly.
Like that, I have to like stop my day and say, wow, Anne Heche drove through someone's house. Can you imagine? Imagine you're sitting at home and Anne Heche drives through your living room and explodes in a fireball.
I know.
I would never recover.
You know, Shannon Bedore ran into someone's house. And someone on
Anne Heche actually, so she hit an apartment building and then she ran through somebody's house. The apartment building was my friend Liz.
Wait, what do you think? What do you think is like crazier to see for Anne Heche to drive in your house or Shannon Bedore? Like, what would you do if Shannon Bedore drove into your kitchen? Did Shannon drive into a kitchen? What did she drive into? Or am I thinking of that episode of Full House?
I don't think she see, like, Anne was driving so fast that she drove into the woman's living room
Right.
while she was like watching TV. She was home.
Okay.
I think Shannon, I always thought that she like clipped a mailbox.
Clipped a mailbox. Oh,
But did she drive into someone's
Well, in
house?
my brain,
It's like those food bloggers last week. Did you see
Yes,
that?
yes.
It's
they're
Shannon.
eating dinner and blogging, and then someone's car just.
They're eating
pushes them over.
sliders.
They're just in the middle of their triple dipper. But the Shannon in my brain, what happened was what happened in Full House, where she drove into someone's kitchen, and I don't think that's ultimately what happened, but that's how it's playing. That's how it plays when, yeah. I think Shannon. Yeah, and I won't bring up Orange County Housewives because.
Well, I was just listening to you talk about Orange County Housewives, and I like that you're back into it.
Oh yeah, I'm back into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And the
I
Kiki
always
Monique
sort
of it all is
watched
so crazy.
I don't like any of that. I mean, we love Kiki, but
know.
like, I don't need any of that stuff on there.
know.
Like, it's too confusing.
I like when they made the switch at Bravo to acknowledge that they're on a TV show. I
Yeah.
think that is inevitable. But this is a little bit like, well, now you've taken me out of being able to relate to this. Like, if I'm just watching as a normal person, I'm not, like, my friends aren't chatting with
bloggers.
Kiki Monique, you know? I mean, my friends are, but not
No, I know
regular
what you
people.
mean. No, I think it gets confusing. And it feels also like the ecosystem of the show now is only about that.
Right.
And it feels like it's not about like their lives anymore. It's about like their lives on the show.
I love what you're
which
saying
makes
about
sense.
Heather Dubrow's 90s sitcom training.
Oh, I know.
It's so
She's
good.
still got it. She's still got it. Heather Dubrow.
I love Heather Dubrow.
yeah.
You know that she took a groundlings class.
Oh, I'm sure she took.
She took a regular no, just recently.
Oh, she did recently.
I did her podcast and she's like, "Oh, I'm doing the groundlings." Not even like a VIP. She just like went to the groundlings. I love it too.
I did a groundlings class years ago with someone from the real world, Jacinda. And I remember like she was just like randomly in the class and it was like, wait, you were on like an old season of the real world.
She was London, maybe.
something like that.
I love the Real
And she was
World.
already like an established actor. She did like a
Yeah.
Zach Braff movie and like
I think
was
she
doing
was in-
stuff and she was just jumping in.
She was in that shark movie with LL Cool J.
Oh yeah. What was that? Deep Blue
Deep Blue
Sea.
Sea.
Oh, I hate that. I
The
remember
shark
that.
jumps out of the water and eats
Wonder what
Samuel
she's
Jackson.
up to now.
I saw her at a concert 2 years ago.
Oh,
She's going to
interesting.
concerts.
Wow.
She's in her concert era.
She's in her concert era. Yeah.
What else was I going to ask you? Wow. You hit like 10 subjects just now that I wanted to follow up on.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I had too much caffeine. I told you.
What is the
Do
modality?
you want to address how there's Beanie Babies here? So the audience, if they're looking at this, and
yeah,
they're
if you're
wondering
watching this,
what
can I
all
touch
this
it?
is. Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm looking at this pelican.
We're sort
Toucan.
of like half office playroom now. So there's random stuff everywhere. And this my nephew drew for me, so I framed it.
I love that. This is a baby and a parent.
That's the McDonald one. Do you remember McDonald's did Beanie Babies?
Is this like a vintage?
I hate myself. Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
shouldn't touch it then.
No, please touch it. But McDonald's had teeny Beanie Babies.
And is this real?
No.
Okay. That's okay too.
I just felt like we need to address it so that people are like, what the fuck is all that? And
Well,
we're redecorating in here, so don't judge.
I'm glad to see that this is your nephew's because I was wondering if it was a famous artist. I might have to clear the artwork.
No, I'll have them sign the release.
Sign a release, please. Wow. No, I
I just
love
felt
this
like I
room.
needed to address it.
And I have the same.
I thought the comments on the YouTube would be like, where the fuck are they? Like, what the fuck is that? And we're redecorating. And John was like, we're going to set up right there. So that's what's happening here.
There is nothing about this room that I think stands out as like
Okay, well, thank
obnoxious or weird or anything. Even that rainbow hat.
Oh, thank you. That was, and it's underneath or it's on top of a signed JC Chazet.
No, this is
NSYNC doll.
This is great. I mean, my office is Barbie dolls from Dynasty slapping each other.
I put my Barbies away. I hid them. Wait.
Bring them out.
Because my nephew stayed with us.
Oh, you don't
Well,
have
we
to
had
be gay.
family in town, and my nephew stayed here. He's 15, and I was like, you know what? I gotta clean up. I have a lot of vintage toys in here, and I had like my nanny doll and my Rosie O'Donnell Barbie, and I had to put them away.
And is it a Selena mug?
No, a Sherry
Wait,
Shepherd.
it's the same S.
A Sherry Shepherd coffee mug
And a
from her
Furby.
talk show.
We're
Yeah, there's like a lot of junk.
I love it. This is like how mine is just nicer than mine. And then I have an Angelina poster. I have like a little. You were talking about basket of possums on talk shows. Like I have a little possum in a trash can. I have little knickknacks. I have finger puppets.
A real possum in the
It's
just
a
a
real
real
one.
one.
It's a
Just
real
lives
one.
there. Yeah.
I am obsessed with possums, though.
Oh, are you really? Oh, that's good to know. If I ever need to get you a gift, I'm getting you a possum.
Give me a real possum. Well, because they've come up on my show, and I have, like you, laughing and getting in trouble. I get in trouble because I make fun of them because they're easy to make fun of. For whatever reason, they've come up. Like I saw a woman trying to rescue one, and I was like, "Don't touch it." And then the possum community will come for you because they're
Right.
the world's best animal. They're nice. And if you say they look like they have rabies, they can't catch rabies because their blood temperature is too low.
You know, I talked about squirrels. We had like a squirrel issue
I
at
love
our house.
squirrels.
Okay, but we had. I think there was like a what are they? A rabid squirrel.
Sure.
They were trying to get in our house, and like
Yeah.
I even took video. And the video you could see like it's a rabid squirrel trying to get in the house. And I talked about it on my show, and like the squirrel community got mad at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't realize that was. And I wasn't saying like death to squirrels or anything. I was just saying I didn't want a rabid squirrel in the house.
Well, you don't want
And I think-
rabies.
and people were like, you have to feed it. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not feeding the squirrels
No.
because then they will come to your house all the time.
That's right.
And I don't think that should be my environment. I actually feel like I want to protect the squirrels, so they need to be in a different habitat
Right.
than my home.
Acorns.
And as soon as I said that, then I was like watching Denise Richards' show. Sadly, what was it called? It's something
Wild Things?
Wild Things. Oh yeah, yeah. And she was talking about feeding the squirrels. I was like, well, let Denise feed them. Like, I don't need to feed them.
You know, rabies is making a comeback.
Is it really? I swear this squirrel had rabies.
People are getting it. I called the woman who at iHeart who hosts this podcast to like catch up about whatever.
She had rabies.
And I go, how was your vacation? Because she was gone for like 2 months. I was like, how was your break? How was your vacation? She's like, ugh, vacation. I wish it was a vacation. What do you want to hear about first? The death of my mother or the rabies shots?
Heather Dubrow in the 90s.
And I laughed so hard. She's like, it's okay. You can laugh. I know it's funny.
Wait, what happens when a human gets raped? Like, what happens?
You don't want to.
I do want to know.
You have to get really painful shots, like in a horrible part of your body. I don't know if it's like right in your stomach or the big ass needle for like 11 weeks straight. You have to do all this bullshit. You have to get the animal, if possible, and give it to the hospital so that they can decapitate it because you can't test for rabies without chopping off the animal's head.
God.
That's why Peanut the Squirrel is such a viral star.
Oh my God.
Peanut the Squirrel, R.I.P. He had you know about this?
No.
Oh, it's another thing. He was a squirrel. He's a famous squirrel.
I need to like get deep into rabies lore because I feel like I'm interested in that.
My friend, growing up, this woman, Tina from our church, she was cleaning out her garage and a bat flew in and it bit her and Tina had to get rabies shots
Poor
and Tina was
Tina.
never the same.
How is she doing now? Do you know? Have you heard
She's
from Tina?
alive.
She's alive, but it affected her through life.
I think it was such a traumatic thing not only to have the bat bite you, but the shots are apparently so terrible. So you were right to distance yourself from that
like,
squirrel.
I don't want to have to even think about that. Like, I don't want to have to worry. Oh shoot, I gotta go get my rabies shot.
No.
Don't you? Aren't you supposed to get rabies shots before? Like, is it like something you're supposed to get before?
We don't
getting
have
rabies.
rabies
Oh,
back.
not a
That's
thing.
dogs.
Okay.
We don't get them. I think it's.
I just go to the doctor and I'm like, do whatever you need to do. Like, I don't. Whatever I'm due for.
What if you were anti-vax?
Whatever I'm due for, I'm telling the
I'm
doctor.
anti-rabies.
Give me all the. If
Hey.
there's a rabies one that doctor wants to give me, go for it. I trust the doctor.
If there's a doctor out there who would give me a rabies
You know
vax,
what's-
I want it.
Not to get us on an
Vaxxed
anti-vax
and
thing,
relaxed.
but I have realized, like speaking about my child on my podcast, that there's a lot of people who reach out with like vaccine info.
Sure.
Which is so strange to me because I'm like, it's like people I don't know. I'm like, why would I take any medical advice from like a complete stranger?
No. I like back in the old days where the doctor knows best.
Right.
You
It's
go
a-
talk to that person and everybody else gossiping can just
If
get
anything,
fucked.
like you could say like, make sure to research your doctor or something like that. Like that's advice
Exactly.
that somebody could give.
Right.
But like, yeah, you should research your doctor and then like let them. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it is crazy to me though. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe how many people just feel comfortable being like, these are medical opinions.
It's
that
the internet's
I should
fault.
give you as a stranger that you've never met with no medical background.
Well, could you picture yourself ever writing to somebody that?
No,
'Cause
no,
I can't either.
Or imagine being like, "Oh my gosh, you're right." I'm gonna like, yeah, exactly. You're right. I'm gonna take that advice.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't. It's so strange. It's shocking to me, but that's the internet. I mean,
It is the internet and it's ChatGPT and like, do you ever ask ChatGPT anything?
No, I actually recently was like exploring it with my friend. We were out to dinner and we were like just seeing what it was, but I'm not really familiar
I
with
don't
it.
think. Well, like you're a writer, you're a comedian, you don't need it. I don't. And some people are like, "Well, how do you write your emails then?" I'm like, I don't really write a lot of emails. I'm not like emailing long, difficult emails,
Right.
but I don't really need help writing emails.
Yeah,
I know how to say what I want to say.
I always, I mean, I'm a writer, and that's always like my favorite thing. Even when people talk about writing books and stuff like that, to me, it's like I love that part of
Yeah.
my life. Like I want to write stuff.
Yeah,
Like
that's your skill.
My favorite time is when I'm sitting in front of the computer writing. So it's
Yeah.
like, why would I want somebody else to do that? I mean, it's sometimes annoying if you're on like a deadline or something. But I'm more creative writer. So it's like that's the fun part.
You know who doesn't use ChatGPT and doesn't even really use the internet? And when I interviewed her, couldn't even turn her laptop on? Jackie.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I think that's wise.
Yeah. And she's smart. She moved to Ohio and is just with her dogs.
I want you to put together a list of questions for her, and I can ask them because we're gonna.
I want to
do
know
a
about.
wrap-up
Yeah, I want
interview.
her to like go into diet culture of that time, like, and I'm also curious about like what other shows. I know she mentions like something in the works on your show, I think.
Yeah.
But I want to know like what other shows were like almost shows, because I would imagine after post workout, like
Well, Thintervention.
there was the intervention, but I
Yeah.
imagine there were other ones that like she was developing or got close on. Like, I want to know the details of that. Like, who were you developing it for? I think she talk about it on your show or with Jess about like Biggest Loser? They offered her that initially.
Yeah, they offered it to her first, and then she put Jillian in touch with them.
Wow. So she's to blame.
Well, but in a way, she like dodged a huge bullet too.
Yeah.
Or she gave us her. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's her fault.
But I want to know, like, what were there other shows?
It was her way of getting rid of Jillian. She was like, "Here, go do
Here,
this,"
do that.
because they own Sky Sport together,
That's so crazy to me.
and she had to buy Jillian out of her stake in the company, even though, according to Jackie, she didn't even do anything.
That's so wild.
And she got her a job at ICM.
Yeah, I
as an
remember her
assistant.
saying that.
I'm
Yeah.
fascinated.
Yeah, I'm just interested in her life, and like, I want to know like what's her day to day like now, like
Yeah.
like I want like a full get ready with me, even if it's just like watching the dogs at home and like hanging out.
I do think she would have a life on TikTok. She could just like do the dances.
Well, and I also think like I think she was saying she doesn't date. I hate that I remember like so much from your interview with her.
I love that you do.
But
Are you kidding?
She was saying she like doesn't date.
She said she hasn't found a woman beautiful enough.
Where she is in Ohio, like I would imagine she's like, you know, an it girl.
Sure.
Because like, yeah, I would imagine she would have her pick of the litter of the
I
lesbians.
think she's
in
a
Ohio.
homebody. I think she hangs out with her family and is just very much like dog and nieces and stuff. Yeah, but she said she hasn't found anyone attractive enough to date.
But I'm sure like if she hopped on one of those apps in Ohio.
What are the apps called? Like Plenty of Fish? Or is
she
that
hopped on Plenty of Fish, she would be getting all the fish.
Is that a lesbian
Was
one?
that a thing?
Plenty of Fish?
I
It just
feel
sounds
was
like a
something.
lesbian
Plenty
one.
of Fish was something.
Plenty of Fish is like a Christian maybe,
Maybe.
but it sounds like a lesbian
I
app.
do know there's something called Plenty of Fish.
Somebody reached out to me. I got an email the other day that said, would you consider doing a brand partnership with Sugar Daddy Meet app? It's about finding a sugar daddy.
Do it.
I
Did
said,
you?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's got to pay the bills.
I have an idea for how to do it where it would kind of not really be about me.
Are you dating anyone right now?
I sort of, yeah.
How's it going? Tell me. Can you tell us? Because I bet wait, I'll do a little turnaround. Let's interview you.
Okay.
Because your listeners will want to know this stuff.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I'm trying to be more authentic per
Okay, wait,
Danny's.
let me go. Let me do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me get in my element.
Okay.
Who are you dating?
This really cool guy.
Okay. Is it like a public figure or anyone?
No,
or they...
no. He's in New York. We met IRL, much like you and Matt. IRL in person through mutual friends, and we're friendly for a few months first, and then like a little spark happened.
Younger, older?
Oh, this is the only thing that's kind of bad.
What?
He's really young.
How young?
And I want to preface this by saying I have never liked a young person, even when I was young. When
You
Andy and
always
I
liked
dated,
older.
he was 35, I was 25.
Okay.
I didn't see it coming, and I don't understand it.
Okay.
It's embarrassingly
How
young.
old?
25.
Okay, Owen, how old are you?
47, Danny.
I mean, that's a big gap.
No, it's huge.
I'm
And
not going to judge too much. But Patty Stanger always says over 9 years or over 10 years. That's what she always said.
Is
My
good?
other arch nemesis, Patty Stanger.
Patty Stanger was on my show. She's crazy.
She scares me.
She looks amazing for 62. She doesn't believe in sunscreen. She
She
thinks
doesn't
you
believe
just
in
use
redheads either.
coconut
I
oil.
don't trust her. She didn't believe in curly-haired women. Like, she
Yeah.
would always tell women, like, you can't have curly hair on a date. And I was like, girl.
My new boyfriend has curly hair.
Okay, yeah, wait. So back to him. What does he look like?
He looks literally like
Hot
every
25.
every other
25
boyfriend I've
girl.
ever had. No, they're all the same.
What is it?
Andy, my other ex-boyfriend of 5 years, and this guy all look like they have the same mom.
Really?
Short, Jewish. I don't know what it is.
What did he? Who reached out to whom? Whomst?
He kind of reached out to me.
Oh,
and
so he's like a confident young.
he's
youth.
the coolest person you can meet. He's great. And I like spending time with him. I will find the thing that I hate about someone within 5 minutes, and I will be like, oh, I can't be around you. It's something I'm working on, but I just like am
You
intolerant.
didn't have it with him.
And I love spending time with him. We have the same vibe about when we want to leave a place, when we want to go do something, we need to leave, or just the same walking pace, little things that really bother me about other people. He's got them. I love like spending downtime with him.
How long has it been?
Like 2 months.
And do you see a future?
What I know is we will be friends forever.
Okay.
It may, part of me thinks maybe there could be a future. I don't know if I want to sign up to be his like first big relationship.
Has he met any of your people?
We
Like
have
your friends.
we have a lot of the same friends. Yeah.
So this is his sort of first.
It would be his, and like that's fine. I really like him. I think he's the coolest person. But signing up to be someone's first relationship, I don't know if I can take that.
Yeah, but also don't rule it out either.
Right,
You know,
I'm not.
don't let that get in your way.
I know.
Because I know that can also be
Yeah.
something that'll prevent you from leaning into it. And it's like maybe you should just not worry. Let him worry about that.
Exactly.
Because if he's happy, let him be happy.
And we have a good dialogue. Like I can openly say that without it being like we need to talk about our stat. Like he's chill.
Yeah.
It's very much we have a friend basis first.
And he's New York. Is he from New York?
He is from New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of other.
He's
what
not
other
only
questions
young.
I
He
should-
also
looks
he looks like Vanessa Bayer's character, the bar mitzvah.
Oh my gosh.
he looks just.
I love that
He looks
character.
like that little kid.
Now you have to show me a picture.
I will. He's so
Show me a
cute.
picture. Can you show the
Oh,
viewers a
my
picture?
my phone is being used.
Oh,
I wonder if I
crap.
could.
You'll show me afterwards.
Okay, he's so cute, but you're gonna be like, wow, he is a baby.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? If you've always dated older, you said,
Yeah.
and so maybe try something different.
I know. I mean, he's just like I haven't liked anyone in so long.
Yeah.
And he's great. He just came for a visit he came to stay with me for 2 days
And how
last
was
weekend.
it? Were there any
Amazing.
red flags when he visited?
None.
That's a good thing.
None.
I always feel like that's when you really could tell, like an overnight, where it's not just like sex or whatever. It's like actually
Right.
a couple days or
Sharing
something.
space.
Sharing space.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not annoyed.
Not annoyed at all. In fact, it was like very comfortable, and that's rare for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be around too many people.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
I'm excited for you. Also, that's like the best. I sort of feel like that, like 2 to 6 months is kind of like the sweet spot of relationship.
Well, it's nice to have to like someone.
Yeah.
To have them like you. It's just been so long for me, and like we'll FaceTime. It's just like I just
when
realized
was the relationship before that?
pandemic.
Wow.
And
what
that-
happened there?
What happened there? I was like needed to get sober. I needed to like have a life change, and he was wonderful, and we're still friends. Yeah. But I was like super like depressed and chaotic at that point, like 2020.
Yeah.
And then straightened up in 2021.
So then, Ian, so you met 2 months ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Okay. So you feel like you're in a good spot, ready to date at this time.
That's
Like
what
you
this
feel-
has been about. It's been kind of gauging where I am, and I think I had given up a little bit. I've been like, I'm never gonna meet anyone cool. I've had great loves, and then it kind of happened, and it's like surprising. Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Of course. I'm trying to think of any other juicy questions that your listeners would want to know. Oh, does he watch how does he get into all this stuff, or does
None.
he doesn't get into?
He's
any
a
of that
book
stuff?
gay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, which is
He's
nice.
just like a reader.
He's a
not
reader,
pop culture.
and he's writing a novel. He's like a reader and a writer. Yeah, he doesn't watch TV really.
Oh, how dare he?
I know. It's nice though for me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good. So he balances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Has Andy met him yet?
No,
Okay.
but he knows all about him.
Okay. Oh, I love it. Are you going to Bravocon?
I can't decide.
Do it. Will you do it?
Maybe.
Okay.
You're gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna host panels?
I think so. They asked, but they didn't tell me any details of it yet, so I don't know.
Bravocon.
I think they were sort of like asking, checking in.
Do you like Vegas?
I do.
You do?
Yeah,
See,
but
I
only
hate
for
it.
I like it for like 2 nights most.
2 nights most.
I even said when they reached out, I can't be there on Sunday, and I'm like, so I wouldn't only be able to go for 2 nights
Great.
at most, and which is already going to be too much. I actually find that last day of Bravocon to be hellish.
Yeah.
Like it's because you're kind of over everything.
The excitement's waned.
Which I think we would be with Vegas in general, but like
Yeah.
also with the whole Bravo of it all, it's like you're just immersed in Bravo for 3 days, and by the end you're just like I've had too much of like looking at Captain Sandy or whoever, not against her, but it's like I've had enough hearing about whatever's going on.
So I was talking to somebody and they really hated Captain Sandy. What was it?
I don't know if I've ever even met Captain Sandy.
I like her fine.
Yeah.
A lesbian.
Yeah.
Just like Jackie.
Yeah. Did I? I don't know if I remember.
What are your final thoughts on Workout?
I want Jackie to have a panel at Bravocon, actually.
Well, I was hoping I
Why
wanted to
don't
get
they?
like her, Rachel, Jeff, Tabitha.
Right. Why don't they do that?
I think they would. I don't know.
I think they should do that. I think a
should do a
panel like
vintage
that
Bravo.
a vintage Bravo panel would be like gangbusters.
It would
Everybody
be
would want to
huge.
go.
People want to hear from Tabitha. She was the number one. She's my number one.
I would love to host that panel. Like
Yeah.
that would be
Get it.
amazing. But I think bring in some of those people. I think it's cool. In the past, they've done these like full cast panels.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of interested in more like of different casts together. I don't know. I kind of feel like
Like a mom's
it tends to
panel.
bleed too much into the shows then.
Yeah.
And so I kind of would like to make Bravocon more special by just having like more interesting groups
Yeah.
instead of just like the whole Orange County cast, which is great, but then it kind of bleeds too much
Like a
into the show.
DUI panel.
Oh, yes.
Only
yes.
people who've had DUIs.
Only people who've been to jail for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Like a mugshot and like behind them on the screen.
Yes. That's honestly like,
What we want.
it would be great.
It would be kitschy. It's
Yeah.
like literally Bravo.
Yeah.
And
I also think they should do a concert of Housewife songs,
I'd love that.
Housewife
Just
music.
Luann and Sheena
Yeah.
and Kim Zolciak
Yeah.
and Candy and
Sheena has a couple good songs.
Portia. Yeah. I used to love that Portia Flatline song. Like that.
I
it, like,
forgot about
never really
that.
got much play, but I loved it.
Flatline. And what was the like refrain of Flatline? I'm dead.
No, but there was. I remember there being like what's that? Like a heartbeat. Yeah, like there. That was like either in the beginning or throughout.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some good ones, but yeah, I think they should do stuff like that. Make it really kitschy.
I like that.
It's already such a kitschy event.
Danny
it's
and
in
Nick
Vegas.
Rizzo did the housewife shop, like home shopping, like all the housewife products.
Oh yeah.
That was a cute idea.
Yeah, like fun stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure they'll do stuff like that.
Maybe I'll go. I'm
Go,
still
please,
deciding.
go.
But I don't like crowds and I don't like Vegas.
Yeah, so it's really the worst for you.
But maybe.
Bring the boyfriend. I want to meet him
I want to show you a picture.
and just see him like around.
You're gonna think I'm a
Fat.
pedophile when you look at his
No,
mouth.
is he really that young?
He looks.
Now
He's so cute, but he looks really.
looks wise though.
He looks like
it's-
Vanessa Bayer.
So that's like your looks type.
It just always ends up being the same.
Yeah.
Like short Jewish person.
What about in between relationships though, when it's just like a hookup thing?
Oh, that's like Brazilian.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. And I don't have a type.
Yeah.
Anybody who's just like, in between boyfriends, it really
It's just whatever.
a slut.
Yeah,
Some
whatever
sort of
is hitting the
horror.
fancy.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other things that like listeners you think they want to know about you or your show or anything that I could pry you about?
I think.
You said you're trying to be more authentic.
Well,
What does that mean?
that's the thing. I think I'm about to turn a corner on this podcast because the whole thing on the radio, it's very much like the mics are on, people are listening. They could call in. Let's like live in the moment and see what kind of crazy things we can say. This is harder for me because it is more in a way revealing of your authentic self, and I'm scared of that.
You're scared of that.
So,
Why? Why
but
are you scared of
even
that?
before I came here, I've been thinking you need to just talk like it's your
Yeah.
friend. but I'm scared to do that. Kind of.
Because I always say, like, people can tell when you're not.
I know.
Not you specifically, but I think the audience can like sift through when you're not being completely yourself. And, you know, I was just Mark Maron's been going on this like press tour because he ended his podcast, and he was saying with his interviews, he would always say the first half hour was basically bullshit,
right?
Because you haven't really like gotten rid of that sheen yet,
yeah.
And then after the 30-minute mark, he's like, that's when everything gets interesting because like everyone's got comfortable by 30 minutes in. And yeah, it's so true.
Well, I just did Jackie Schimmel's podcast the other day.
She's great.
And I love her. I've known her for so long. And she was talking on her show. She was like, the first like 7 years of this podcast sucked. She's like, I was trying to act like somebody else. And when she said that, I got like a chill down my spine. And I mean, this is 4 months old. So even though I'm on the radio, I'm very comfortable and confident there. This is totally different to me.
And this is just you.
And I know I can, and I know it'll get there. But when she said that, and when you said the authenticity thing, I was like, okay, you need to like look at that. Because when I do my little intros, you know, I write them to be like sort of funny or like a little bit. But like, I don't think I need to do all that. I think I need to say what's going on, and then talk.
Your intros are funny though. I like them.
But I don't think I need to try that hard. Yeah. I think I can just kind of like, But it's
just
scary.
be yourself.
Yeah.
And I always think it's like just do whatever. Talk about whatever fuck you want to talk about. There's always going to be people who are like, I want you to talk about this or that.
I'm afraid.
But it's like you just have to go with like what you, because you're going to be the most passionate about what you want to talk about.
That's what I'm worried about, Danny. I'm worried about the things that I want to talk about are like.
But don't worry about it.
I know. Like in my mind, I want to complain about so many things. So I don't want to just be a whiny bitch.
No, but be a whiny bitch if that's what's authentic.
You want me to complain about the UPS drama I had yesterday?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
That's what people want to know. What is the UPS
I'm going to
drama?
start this episode with that.
We're starting over.
Yeah, I feel like I'm caught in the sludge. I feel like my dad. I just feel like all I complain about is like how bad people drive, how nobody knows how to walk right.
By the way, like that's what's relatable.
I know.
Because I don't know what it is exactly that happened with the UPS drama, but like everyone's had UPS drama.
It's just, I just feel like maybe it's because Andy and I are off and it's the dog days of summer. It's hot. Nothing's going on. I just feel like my complaints are very pedestrian.
Do you ever, wait, I think I've seen Delta Works. You've posted Delta.
Which one?
I don't, every video. But
she's so good.
Her complaints are my favorite. Like I love
Me
every
too.
time on my social media when Delta's complaints show up, I'm like, oh,
you know why they're
you're
so
speaking
good
for me. They're very minor.
Right. But I've been to her studio. I've done her show. She takes her time in my mind, I'm on the radio. So I'm like, I can't take 15 minutes to talk about the UPS.
Oh, but you can.
But when she does it, I'm riveted for 30 minutes, for an hour.
Right.
And it's because she takes the time to like dissect what's annoying about each thing. And so I have to remind myself of that.
Oh, she's so good. When her videos pop up on my social media, it's like every time I'm like,
I'm passionate about my love for her.
Yeah, no, I feel this. I feel similarly, and I think I discovered her through you.
I love her so much.
I mean, I knew I was.
You have to do
aware.
her show.
I would love to, but she's great. But you reposted videos or something, and I was like, oh my god, I'm obsessed.
She's really. I just think. So talented.
Yeah. But no, I think you should. So tell me the UPS story. Is there?
It's
more
not even.
it?
I'll tell at the beginning of.
Okay,
I'll do that as the intro.
Do it. Yeah, because people need to know. I need to know that you're being heard.
I'm just dealing with. Like, maybe I need to go to like Tamara's Rage Coach because I feel like I get so mad at the dumbest things.
But if you're getting mad at the dumbest things, like everybody's getting mad at the dumbest things, you know. Like,
well, thank you for empowering me.
It's not just you.
Okay.
And I think you'll find that you'll hear from people who are like, oh yeah, I get that thing. And then I feel like you get a better connection with the listeners too, because you're able to like connect on something even more pedantic and you get a better relationship with people.
I mean, I'm learning a lot from doing this. And like I have a totally different philosophy than I did even 4 months ago when I started it. So it's happening and I love doing it. It's something to do for myself. But I think that's the next step is kind of settling into the authenticity and letting people see me. I'm scared of it.
I was telling you before we started recording, my show's all audio. So like I don't record video. And I feel like I have the problem of like when there's a camera, I'm a little more nervous to be myself. Whereas when it's just my audio, I'm in a room alone. It's like I can go off for an hour and just go off and not worry. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying or anything
Yeah.
like that. But when there's video, I'm like a little more self-conscious.
Well, yeah,
about it.
you're like, what do I look like?
It's the body dysmorphia, not to bring us back to
Right.
Jackie Warner, but I was raised in the early aughts when everything was like body, whatever issues. And so then I'm just thinking, like, even I'm like thinking, am I sitting right? Was I slouching too much? How am I going to
I'm
look
going
in
to
this
frame it
video?
to look cute.
Okay,
You're
just-
going to look great.
you'll
And we're
add a
dimly
filter.
lit. We should have opened the blinds, but
should have.
whatever. We're fine.
But yeah, I think then when there's no video, I'm like able to just be fully.
Yeah. How long have you been doing Everything Iconic?
The end of 2017.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I remember Jackie was like new at Jackie Schimmel, and she gave me great advice early
Yeah.
on, and like the Watch What Crappens boys were so
Yeah.
helpful, and like everybody was really supportive, which I found was so interesting to me in the podcast world, because I feel like in the acting world or like some of the other spaces in the entertainment industry, it's like very competitive.
Yeah.
And for some reason I found, and still to this day, like in the podcasting world, all the podcasters I know have always been like Sexy Unique podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's always been helpful with each other.
That was a turning point for me, too, when I got close with Carrie and Lara.
Yeah, like I never felt like Lara was also someone who was so helpful in
She's
the
so
beginning, but I
helpful.
never felt like any of us were competing, even though we all kind of cover a lot of the similar stuff.
Yeah. Well,
It
more
always just-
success for you means more success for everybody, pretty much.
And I think there's something about this space or the podcasting space or the Bravo, whatever, where there's not like a cap. A lot of people who listen to one of us will listen to all five of us or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, I think like I'll hear from a lot of listeners who are like, I love Watch What Crappens. I listen to them every day, and I listen to you on this day,
Yeah.
and I listen to Sex Unique on that day.
Yeah.
Bitch Bible, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's nice.
It took me a minute to remember that, like, I always saw you guys as so successful and doing your podcast and stuff, but like Andy and I are also in that listening rotation that people have. They're listening to all these stuff. And they're also listening to us. And it took me like over the past 2 years, I got a better sense of it's because they release our best of moments from the week on Sirius as a podcast. And a lot of people know us just from that. They don't
Right.
they don't subscribe to Sirius. So like we're having kind of a new,
That's great.
we're re-signing for 3 years.
Yay!
I know.
Congrats.
I don't know. Do I have any other feelings? Renessa was hungover.
I like Andy and
Blah,
you
blah.
on the radio because I feel like we get like a little bit more of an unfiltered version of the
Yeah.
Andy from Watch What Happens Live. Even though
Totally.
not that he's completely filtered there,
No,
but
he gets
I
his
almost
life.
feel like Watch What Happens Live moves so quickly.
Yeah. Well, it's only 20 minutes.
It's 20 minutes. There's a million games, and
Yeah.
it's like I love to just hear you guys talk about something that's going on in the Bravo world, but like
Right.
having some space to breathe with it.
Yeah, I'm loving it more and more. I struggled with it. I was like, is this boring? What are we even talking about? But now I've really come around. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think he's great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's exciting. 3 more
Any final
years.
thoughts?
I'm trying to think. Jackie Warner. I'm just interested in where she is. I hope that you do the next interview you do with her. If Jackie's watching this, like I hope she just goes, like go a long time. Like
Okay.
just know that like we want it.
Well, one
I
cool
want
thing,
it.
somebody reached out to me and said he lives in Dayton and he has a podcast studio. And he's like, just bring her here and
to
I'll
Dayton.
set up her. Well, I don't know if I want to go.
You know, I got my tattoo in Dayton.
What does it say?
I don't even want to show it. No,
Jackie
it's just-
Forever?
It's a cross with an Italian horn in the middle.
Wow.
And I just picked it out of a book in Dayton. I was in college. and
Candace Cameron would be very happy with you.
Not
And what's
religious.
this tattoo?
This is my grandma. It was my grandma's handwriting. Before she passed, she wrote me a. It says "Lector et emergo," which means I struggle and I emerge.
Oh.
But now I would not encourage getting any font because as you get older, it just sort of blurs.
Okay.
So it just looks like an ink stain.
Well, I'm getting this one removed.
Are you? Okay. What is it? Wait, why are you getting that
Did
one?
I-
What is that?
Okay,
does it say?
so in 2018, my friend Brandon and I went to Pump, and I took like 10 bars of Xanax, and we did bottomless mimosas, and I got blackout whatever. And it says relentless with no vowels in Instagram story font. I don't know why I got it.
The
the
origin of it was Pump. Of all
It's the
places.
saddest
It's the
story.
saddest. It really is. I'm so glad you got sober.
And it wasn't even nighttime. It was Sunday at like 11.
Sure.
And I have a picture. I don't remember it.
But is there some level of you? Because the way I feel about I don't like.
Well, now I like
I
it.
just have these two. I know. Yeah, exactly. That is there some level of you that like you should just keep it.
Well,
that's how I kind of feel. I'm like, well, I don't want to go through the trouble. Like my husband keeps saying, like you should just go get those removed. You don't like them. Like, but it seems like more trouble, and it's kind of funny now.
Now it's funny. I mean, I'll say across is very different than the word relentless with no vowels.
In the Instagram,
Instagram story font. But I paid $10,000 and 8 sessions of absolute sheer physical pain, like Saw movie, like the movie Saw, like pain. It's physical pain. And this is what I'm left with.
That's still wait.
Laser
so that's
away.
Post.
Laser away is a scam. They don't know how to remove
That's
tattoos.
post laser away.
Yes, this is after 4.5 years.
What?
So I found a new place, and they're way better, and it's going to be
my
gone in
God.
like a year, and it's less pain.
Good.
So if you need that place, let me
But don't
know.
go to laser away.
Don't go to laser
No,
away.
Oh my God.
They know it too. You walk in there and you're like, oh, you know that you're scamming me, but okay, cool. Wow. And your skin bubbles up like pork rinds.
I sort of like it. I think you should keep it.
I mean, now if you don't really know what it is, it looks like kind of like a cute tattoo.
Yeah, I like it.
But it's
not what
relentless.
you want. Yeah, it's relentless.
And now it kind of is relentless.
Yeah. I like the story behind it.
Yeah.
It seems like too painful to get rid of stuff.
It hurts so bad. Yeah.
When I did this Hallmark Christmas movie and they had to always cover up these tattoos, and I was just thinking of like people who have like fully, it seems like such a pain to have to like fully.
I did one episode of Palm Royale this season.
The
Did you watch
the
that show?
upcoming one?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, but you have to tell me how it was.
Okay, it was great.
Who'd you have a scene with?
Janny.
Was she great?
Unbelievable. So cool.
I love her.
Like one of the best in terms of like a shoot. One of the best shoots experience I've ever had. Everyone was a girl. It was all the cast actually, but my lines were with her. But all those women were just, the vibe on the set was so cool. There was no toxic bullshit. Everyone was chill and funny, and I felt supported to do my best, not like scared I was gonna suck or something.
It does seem like a great cast. I mean, like I don't know them any personally, but
they made me shave. When I got to the makeup trailer, they were like, "Oh, we need to cover your tattoo." I'm like, "Yes, please, cover it forever." And they were like, "Well, we need you to go to your trailer and shave all your hair off." And I was
so
like,
"Were you showing leg in it?"
I'm in like a thong bikini.
Jonathan,
I know.
I keep calling you Jonathan. Is that okay?
It's okay.
Does that bother you? Okay.
No,
Jonathan.
I'm talking to Janny's on like a pool lounger, and I'm like standing in a pool, like chatting with her about.
Were you nervous about that part? Or you've done stuff like that?
I wasn't nervous. No, I was nervous. I was more nervous at the extras surrounding us because they're all from like Long Beach and they're just like staring at you. I just felt a little insecure about that. But like I kind of know Allison. I have she gave me her old couch in 2008.
Oh, so you felt comfortable with her?
I felt comfortable with her.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's truly so talented and funny, and you get the vibe that she's like she wants you to do well too.
Yeah. I got to rewatch Drop Dead Gorgeous. It's like my favorite movie, and I haven't watched it in like a year.
You and your friend just mentioned that on your show.
I
You're
love
talking
that
about
movie.
It's so good.
It's so good. But you weren't nervous about like thong kind of thing?
About what?
Like thong.
The thong. No, I had gotten a spray tan.
Yeah.
And I had mentally just kind of been like, whatever. It was also freezing cold. It was 4 a.m. So I was just kind of like,
yeah.
If I would have gotten in my head, I would have crumbled.
Right.
So I just kind of powered through.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to watch.
I don't think I'm
tuning
allowed to
in.
announce it, but I just did. It's going to be in November-ish.
It's a good tease. People
Wait, is it
will want
12:30? Oh my God.
What time is it? We talked for a while.
Oh my God. That was like an hour and a half.
Well, good for us.
Good. But I cannot.
Subscribe. What do they
Like and
say?
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Thank you for everything.
having
This
me.
is so nice.
Thank you for coming over. And
Thank you for your
doing it in this
time.
makeshift sort of office.
Congrats on your baby.
Thank you. There he is.
Here he is.
You know, that's how I learned. That's my Muppet, and I learned. That's how I learned how to like change
Isn't that your
diapers and
boyfriend?
stuff. He's cute. Does he look like him?
Kind of.
Kinda. Does he have glasses? Your boyfriend?
No. Oh. He's about the same size.
I need to see pictures. Can you insert a photo of him like into this? Would he care if you did that?
No, he wouldn't care. Maybe
Okay,
I
insert
will.
a photo for the viewers. People want to see him.
Okay. Listen to Everything Iconic.
Listen to my podcast, Everything Iconic. Subscribe to it or whatever, and find me on social media.
And buy Danny's books. The
Yes, I have
Jolliest
2 books.
Bunch.
They're funny.
And How Do I Unremember This?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I'm
They're
looking
really
at
cheap
that.
on Amazon right now, which I know you're not supposed to say. You can also we love it independent bookstore or library too, but
And I have
they're
your
like a couple
Christmas book
dollars.
in my car with me at all times.
Oh, thank you. Just in case you need it.
No, I had a
season.
break between something and I started reading it in the car And then I never took it back upstairs. So every time I have downtime in the car,
Thank you.
I like whip
that.
it out. It's nice.
I like that. I'm working on the next one, so we're trying to.
Okay.
It will be a while, but yeah.
Well, go purchase them now.
Yes. Thank you, John.
Okay,
love you, buddy.
you.
Jonathan.
Thank you so much.
So
It's so fun. That's it. I'll just like cut it off. Oh my God, you're so nice. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you liked that. I hope you stayed with it till the end. And I hope you enjoyed my unbelievable authenticity today. Share this with your friends. Subscribe, follow, blah, blah, blah. And to the little cunt who wrote on my YouTube comments, I find you so insufferable. I had to get up and turn it off. Well, you can't afford a fucking remote. I blocked her. Thank you so much for joining. I think next week we will do Basic Instinct, but I don't know. I'll be in New York. And if you are in New York, please come see my show. It's going to be maybe my last show there for a long time. I'm doing one more maybe in October, but Friday night, come see me at Green Room 42. And if you can't be there, buy a live stream ticket. It doesn't translate, but buy one anyway if you want to support. Also, the Patreon is just fucking tits up at this point. I'm going to have to join. I'm going to move everything to Substack. They cockblocked me, and I apologize. Some people thought that a couple episodes ago I was saying, oh, if you go to Patreon, you can see pictures of my dick. That's not the case. I was complaining that they thought that some of the more risque photos I posted were nudity, so they took everything down. Does that make sense? So like I had a guy who was like, wow, you false advertising, you like swindled, bait and switched us into like subscribing, but then there's nothing there. And I was like, no, there was, but then it got all taken down. Anyway, I didn't do it. I would love... Anyway, we're turning over a new leaf anyway. We're going to Substack, but just stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned for that. Thank you to Danny Pellegrino for doing this episode. Thank you to HRH Collection for being a beacon of rage and hate. I hope you get the help that you need, and I hope you get some serenity up in you. I will be back next week. Andy and I are still off for the next couple weeks on Sirius, but stay tuned we're going to be back the 8th. Follow me at John Arthur Hill on socials and have a great week. We're going to, if you want to follow along on Workout, it's episode 4 of season 3, and we are close to the finale. So in Jackie we trust. Have a great week and tell all your friends to subscribe. Bye.